2 top 25 games last night, and one was an upset. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Hey, why don't we just get this thing going right off the bat, get you off on your Wednesday morning the right way. We're going to go over the top 25 games. We're going to talk to Coach Ireland, but also at the bottom, you see the scroll. I'll catch you up on all the NAIA action last night. So just while you're listening to me drone on, just watch that scroll. So number 2, Georgetown, they beat Simmons last night. That's a NCCAA program. It's a good program. Georgetown beat them 78-66. Darian Lewis, 16 points, 3 rebounds, and Andreas Burney is a copycat. He also got 16 points, 3 rebounds. So the Tigers, the Georgetown Tigers, are 13-0, and they play this Simmons team again on December 13th. So almost 2 weeks, December 13th. Number 9, the Cumberlands. They played Dalton State, and they were up at Dalton State, and they fell 88-80. For Dalton State, Matt Compass scored 22. Quaylen Pettis, he scored 20 points, 13 rebounds for a double-double. The Cumberlands goes to 9-3, and they've lost 3 straight. They're going to have to right the ship. Don't write them out. Don't write them off. They're one of the best coached teams in the country. Right after this game, however, we were able to talk to Alex Ireland. He's the head men's basketball coach at Dalton State. And we talked about this game, and we talked about the Dalton State Roadrunners. Let's take a listen. Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Hey, I got Alex Ireland. He's the head men's basketball coach, Dalton State. Big upset tonight over Cumberlands. They're in the house. Coach, just talk about what this game means to your program.
It's huge for us. I mean, we've worked really hard, this group. We have 7 returners from last year, and so they worked really hard in the spring and in the summer and in the fall. And we've played a pretty tough schedule so far. We've played 2 ranked teams and 1 receiving votes, and to come out on the the right side of this one was huge for us. And it's just great to see our hard work paying off.
That game, you and I talked just for a moment before we started, but they were just nipping at your heels that whole second half. I mean, just talk about the stomach acid you must have churned that last 13 minutes, huh?
Yeah, no, it was, they're coming off 2 really tough games in the show. So I kind of knew we were going to get their best shot. We weren't going to catch them sleeping by any means. We pulled out to a lead in the first half. I think we had an 8-point lead, early in the first half, and they cut it, and they actually had a 5-point lead at halftime. And I was kicking myself a little bit for not stopping it and calling a timeout earlier, but we really responded and came out in the second half and put a run together early in the half. And then they just, like you said, they just kept nipping at our heels. And, with the guard play they have being so good, it's just, you're always just kind of on the edge of your seat, hoping that you can make one more play than they do.
We were just talking a second ago, keeping Matthew Cromer off the boards, and I teased you. I said, well, he still has a double-double. But you pointed out he had 0 offensive boards, which is a big part of their offense, right? So somebody misses a layup, Cromer gets it, kicks it back out. How much of a focus was that to kind of contain Cromer a little bit?
Oh, it was huge. We talked about it all week, and he's a really tough player to scout and game plan for, because he makes the little hustle plays and the little effort plays that you can call out their sets, and you can talk about pick and roll coverage and tag and rolls and shakes and different things like that. But it's hard to game plan for a guy that just chases the ball relentlessly, and that's what he does. He's not only their leading rebounder at 6'2", but he's their leading offensive rebounder as well. And we really talked about making sure that he didn't have an impact getting second chance shots. If Jones and Johnson and, Cromer score on us, great, but we don't want to give them a second chance to score on us. The couple of times we're able to make a miss.
We talked a little bit about how tough they were, but you had a couple guys, Quaylen Pettis, I think I'm saying his name right.
Correct.
20 and 13 double, and then Matt Compass, he put in 24 tonight. I'm sure you got, even Omari and Smith, he had 9 rebounds. I mean, you got really some tough effort out of your guys tonight. You have to be proud.
Yeah, I'm incredibly proud. The way for us to lose an 8-point lead, going halftime down 5, and it was 2, and DJ Jones hit a contested step back at the end of the clock to make it 5. And so, for them to go on a run like that and for us to respond took a ton of moxie and poise and toughness, and different guys stepping up. I think we had 4 guys in double figures. I think we had a 24, 20, 17, and a 10. In addition to some great rebounding efforts, some great defensive effort. And so everybody played a role, and that's what it takes to beat a team that's that good.
So right now, I confirmed the proper number before we started. You're 7-2 overall. More importantly, you're 3-0 in that Southern States, a tough conference this year. Talk about where you feel this team is outside of just this one lone win. Where do you feel the team is right now?
We're playing well. We've won 5 in a row. And you're excited about that and you're happy about that. Our 3 conference wins are all 3 on the road. So, you obviously like that you have those games coming back at home. But, we try not to get too caught up in records, win streaks, whatever it is, and just take it one game at a time, really one practice at a time, and just continue to get better so that, hopefully we're playing our best ball in February and into March, and rather than in November and December.
Talk about the Southern States this season. It looks like, it looks like it's going to be tough, obviously. But, Coach, what I'm seeing across the country is the parity. And I want you to comment on this. To me, the parity is amazing. I've followed NAIA basketball all my life. And it's like literally anybody can go into any gym this year and beat them. But also the level of the top, say, 50 or 100 team, 50 or 75 teams is unbelievable. The skill level of these teams this season, I just think it's an amazing year of basketball, and you better be really, really, really good to get into that 32 or even to make Kansas City.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. There's a ton of talent across the board. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, we've played 3 teams that are ranked or receiving votes. Obviously, number 9, Cumberlands, Life was number 20 when we played them. And then Pikeville's receiving votes. And I think Pikeville may be as good as, either of those teams. Not that they aren't great teams, they are, but Pikeville's really, really good as well. We had a battle up there with them in Kentucky. But like you said, there's tremendous parity across the board. Faulkner, who, had a ton of injuries last year and was down, goes and plays Arizona Christian, who a really tough game. Their Life is as good as any team in the country, or as talented as any team in the country. So our league from top to bottom is phenomenal, as are a lot of leagues in the country. But it'll be a really fun last couple of months of the season as we head in the stretch and conference tournaments and see who's able to go to Kansas City.
Coach, last question for you tonight. The your program, I think we talked 2-3 years ago.
We did right after COVID.
Oh yeah. But program cycle, right? And then you've had a couple down years, but this year it just feels different for Dalton State. What is different about this team?
I think we have such good character on our team. We have such toughness and guys that are so committed. I think like a lot of people, the last time we talked, we were coming off a 30-3 season, and that was the 4 number 1 seeds back when everybody went to Kansas City, before COVID canceled the tournament. And, I think like everybody, we had a little bit of turnover, we just didn't have that consistency, that is important when you're building a program, when you're developing players. You need consistency, and I just think we didn't have that. We had a couple of years where we had some guys kind of in and out, and had a couple of years where, guys just didn't make it very long, or had family issues and went home, and things that are honestly really unrelated to basketball. And I think this year, we had 7 returners from last year, and they really committed themselves in the spring. to being really good and to working hard. Had a phenomenal spring in the weight room. You know, we had a couple of weeks left in our 24 when we could do some individual workouts, and they really, really worked hard, and then took that and did it on their own this summer. We didn't have them here in the summer, but they worked really hard on their own in the summer and have kind of reset the standard back to where it belongs in the fall when the new guys came in. So all the new guys just fell right in. So they're seeing the fruits of their hard work, and they know that if they don't continue their hard work, then they will stop seeing the fruits of it.
Well, it's pretty special. You know, I want to say to all the fans in Dalton, Georgia there, I mean, you need to get out and watch this team on Friday next. So the 13th, you got Middle Georgia coming to town. It's going to be a great game. You'll have so much fun going to watch this. Do you guys do a doubleheader with the men and women, or do you play single games there?
We don't have women.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So we never have doubleheaders, or very rarely have doubleheaders unless, for away games, sometimes the women's team will schedule a non-conference or something like that. But we almost never have women's.
Well, regardless, fans, you're going to have the time of your life. Bring your whole family. I mean, it is so much fun. If you start going to small college basketball games, you will never stop.
Correct.
Yep.
There's such a good level of basketball, and it's so fun and entertaining. And this group particularly is a high energy, active, athletic, fun group, and you will not regret watching them play.
Well, Coach Ireland, I'm glad we could connect tonight. Congratulations again. It's a big win for your program. I know you do a great job there, and hopefully we can get you back on through the season and we can talk some Southern States basketball.
Absolutely. I'd love that. Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot. That's Alex Ireland. He's the head men's basketball coach, Dalton State. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much to Alex Ireland, head men's basketball coach, Dalton State. That was very late in the evening for him after their win over Cumberlands. And, Coach, I really appreciate you making that time. Thank you. Hey, just a couple more things we're going to talk about. The NAIA today put out these players of the week. Keyshawn Johnson, he's with the Cumberland Phoenix. He was selected as the NAIA Defensive Player of the Week. Congratulations to Keyshawn Robinson. I think I said his name wrong a second ago. I apologize if I did. Keyshawn Robinson with Cumberland's Phoenix. Also, this week, the Offensive Player of the Week is Peyton Law from Freed Hardeman, the Lions. Congratulations to Peyton the Law. And we're going to have him on the show on Wednesday, tomorrow. So, tomorrow. So look forward to that. I can't wait to talk to him. So we'll talk to him, and he'll be a great interview. I talked to him in Kansas City. He's a very good interview. So I look forward to that. Hey, that's what I have for you tonight. Really appreciate it. So the schedule tomorrow Today, Tuesday was another light day. Wednesday, it gets way busy again. So for Wednesday, we have, which is today, which there's several conferences in action, several top 25 teams in action. So Thursday morning show is going to be loaded up, and it's going to have Peyton Law. So check in then. Thank you. And I'll send you a program if I just confused you. Hey, this is Billy D. Get your family out to an NAIA basketball because it is the best entertainment value in America, and you'll have a good time. This is Billy D. I'm all done. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.